At least 34 people have been killed in a landslide in northwestern Colombia. Unusually heavy rains this year have led the government to declare a national disaster. There have been several deadly landslides caused by rains linked to the weather phenomenon La Niña. In the latest tragedy, a wall of earth crashed down on a bus in the Andes region.
A bus and other vehicles buried under tons of mud and debris. Rescuers did find some survivors in the grimmest of circumstances.
We were able to rescue alive a 7-year-old girl who is currently in hospital. Unfortunately, we found her clinging to her mother. There was also a little boy, a little more than a year old, her brother. They died in the tragic situation we are facing.
The landslide hit a highway in northwestern Colombia, catching drivers by surprise.
I didn't feel anything, but when I did, the car was already being run over by the landslide. My car is totally destroyed.
Scientists say climate change is making the weather patterns more erratic. The government says heavy rains in Colombia are the worst they have been in 40 years. So far this year, events caused by the bad weather have killed more than 200 people.
DW correspondent Nicole Reese is in the Colombian capital, Bogota, and she explained how much worse than usual the rain is.
We're looking at hundreds of thousands of people who have been affected by these rains this year in different regions of Colombia, and more than 200 people have died in connection to these rainfalls. So I think this, together with the pictures that we just saw, gives you a pretty good idea of just how severe the situation across the country in the different communities is. And it's especially communities in the rural areas with dirt roads and poor infrastructure that are more vulnerable and more affected as we've just seen in this village. And this is all due to a phenomenon called La Niña, which is pretty strong this year. It comes every few years, and it basically means that there are stronger winds across the Pacific here in South America, and they lower the water surface temperature below the normal. And this causes an imbalance in the pressure in the air, which causes then these heavy rainfalls. Some experts also believe that there are links to climate change and the heating global climate that make La Niña stronger than the usual.